Okay, so I'll ask you the first question I ask all of my guests.
Okay.
How are you doing these days?
Oh God. Mixed feelings. I think.
Yeah.
Very mixed feelings.
Elaborate.
So I think out of like situational awareness, stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we just recently had elections in Austria. That's been stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And like work-wise, very intense. I'm doing a lot of work at the moment, but also for good things.
Mm-hmm.
So like mixed feelings in a sense, like I could like just use a week in the forest by myself, not talking to anybody, just sleeping. But I'm also very excited because like I'm doing a lot of really interesting work, even though it's exhausting. And then also I've got an operation coming up in 4 weeks. I've got my top surgery coming up.
Wow.
And I'm working to get money for the surgery. So
Yeah.
I'm like super stressed in my head because I'm like, I need to do this and this and this and this and this. And I'm trying to get all the money together and finish off all of these projects that like freelance projects that I'll get money in for that. So I'm like close to like just dropping off exhaustion, but I'm also like, so soon. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah, this sounds very stressful.
Yeah, but
Wow,
like,
so it's really soon. So
Really
you
soon.
already have the appointment.
yeah, it's
Wow.
the 6th of November. So it's
Okay.
like 4 weeks from now, I think.
Okay. I mean, if you want, maybe you want to like tell us about this, like
Yeah.
what is it about?
So
Because I have to say, like I'm like this also relates to my next question, to my second question. But like I am completely ignorant about everything like LGBTQ plus
That's
blah
totally
blah blah
fine. Yeah.
stuff. So I have no idea. Like I have a lot of friends in the how do you call it, a community?
Yeah,
like
yeah. A lot of queer friends.
yeah. But yeah, like I have no idea about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So explain to me like I'm an FPÖ voter.
Oh God. No, I think if you were a FBO voter, I'd be scared right now. I'll just be like slowly backing away. Please don't murder me. No. So very simply put, the surgery I'm having is called top surgery.
Yeah.
Or also it's a mastectomy. So I'm having basically my chest reshaped.
Yeah.
From like what's considered a feminine chest to more what's considered a masculine chest. It is like, it is quite intense surgery. There's a lot of healing process involved with it. It also costs a lot of money
Yep.
to have it done. So for people saying, it's a trend and everybody's doing it, I'm like, it's quite a lot to go through for a trend. But basically why I'm doing it and where it comes from is that, so I do consider myself trans or non-binary in the sense that that conclusion of me, I think I'm non-binary, has taken me years and years and years and years to get to that point. I can only speak from my experience. Like for my other friends who are trans or queer, everybody's had very different experiences, but we kind of meet under the same like, okay, we have shared experiences, shared like, oh, you feel like that, I feel like that. That's crazy. Like nobody else seems to feel like that. Why is it our lizard brains that are wired like this? So like for me, I figured out that I was like queer in the sense like of who I'm sexually attracted to when I was like 12. Like when I hit puberty, I was like, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot. You might have boobs, you might not have boobs. You're all hot. So
You're all hot.
So I was just like immediately like, okay, I'm something gay because like clearly like I'm attracted to women, I'm attracted to men. That's all. That was so obvious to me in my brain, and it was never a question. It was never like a tortured. Oh, I have to figure out like if I'm gay or not. No, I was just like, I'm gay, whatever. I'm queer. But as we said earlier, with the feeling weird, I always felt weird my entire life. I didn't really feel like I fit in. I went through like visually, like how I dressed and how I presented myself. I went through a lot of different phases, as we all do as teenagers, trying to figure out where to land. And I could never land on anything. And that varied very strongly between dressing quite feminine, like going to work with a little person in heels, to like people 100% addressing me as sir. And I've kind of, as I've grown up and now I'm turning 30, I've landed in a bit for me where I'm like, I kind of just feel like I exist somewhere in between those spaces. And I don't really feel like I should have to be exactly either one. I'm just me. I'm somewhere, I used to say like wibbly wobbly, like in between me. But a really sore point for me in the way I wanted to like feel confident and go out into the world and feel good about myself has always been like, oh, I'm dressed like this. I feel really good. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, like I don't like the look of my chest. I don't like other people looking at my chest being like, titties. Like it makes me feel really uncomfortable. And it always made me feel really uncomfortable. And for me, it's just been a point where I'm like, I'm turning 30 now. For the longest time, I thought, oh, you'll just get over it, or like you just need to dress different, or you just need to work on your confidence. And I've done all of that for years and years and years. And I've gone to the point where I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, it's my life, it's my body, and I get to take charge of it. And I'm an adult, and I get to decide how I feel comfortable. So I've decided to do that. And to be like, I don't want to feel the next 30, 40 years of my life just waiting for the point where I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. You know what I mean? So I've just decided to take it into my own hands and be like, I'm going to make myself comfortable. And like make myself look like the way I feel inside and the way I want to be seen by the world, and take away this little awkward thing that always made me feel strange within like connecting to other people. Because I think you only really can connect to other people really well when you feel comfortable with who you are and where you're sitting. You don't have to sit there thinking about what is this person looking at, like how do they think, what do they think of me, and So like I think it's a lot of confidence stuff.
So to go back to the question, it sounds like actually you're doing better than you described initially, because you have some kind of like a state of a more solidified identity than you used to have in the past few years.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I said mixed feelings. It's kind of like, it's a very intense point in my life. There's so much going on. Of course, it like at times it feels really overwhelming and stressful, but more because of like all the things I've put on myself to do in a certain time frame. Like I could have been like, I'll take 2 years, but we're getting married next year. And it was my decision to be like, I'd really like to have this kind of sorted, so that's the wrong word, but before the wedding, because I want to feel like I can kind of go into my next phase of life and marry my partner, like feeling like just awesome. Just be like, on my wedding day, I'm just like, I look fucking hot. Like, yes.
Amazing.
As anybody wants to feel when they're getting married.
Of course. Like people towards their wedding, like they shed a lot of kilograms, like right to fit in those like dresses and the suits. So of
people
course,
get
like
boob jobs just before their wedding because they want to feel sexier or something like that.
That's true. You're also getting a boob job, just like a
just
different type of boob job. I mean, the interesting thing is like, now that you explained it, like also like I'm completely for this idea that as an adult you have control over your body and you can do whatever you want with that, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. That shouldn't be a problem. It's just that like from the outside, from someone who doesn't like know you or understands your experience, it seems like a very frivolous thing. I want to chop my boobs off, like you know what I mean?
I've got some money to spend, let's do that.
Exactly.
Which I don't. I'm like scraping together the money. Barely.
But like from the little I know that like these types of operations, at least for some people, they can even be considered like life-saving operations, because like the mental risk of like not having it might be
I mean people are suicidal. Like I mean, I was suicidal when I was a teenager, not necessarily because of that reason, because there was like a lot of different things coming together in my life, but like I, with like the queer community in Graz specifically, like if you go to certain events, like in the community centers, you also meet a lot of like queer teenagers, trans teenagers, and a lot of them are really depressed. Like I've talked to this kid who like, he like saw me, he wanted to talk to me, I didn't know him, and he felt like, I need to share with you. And he told me all of these things about his school and the way his school treats him, the way his teachers treat him. And that I was just horrified because I was like, I can't do anything for you. I need to
Yeah.
like help you, but I don't know how.
I mean, you already did a lot by listening. Like,
Yeah.
also, it's really nice that like he felt that that like you're the type of person who would be willing to listen.
Yeah, I have to say that it felt almost like yes, I'm like super glad that he felt like he was safe with me to talk to me.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing. I think it was the space as well, because we was also all kind of queer trans people, but
Yeah.
like it almost felt for him like an emergency he had to like share.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like, I need help.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know how to help you. Like, I don't know what to do. I can't change your school for you. I'm
Yeah.
not your parent.
Uh-huh.
But like, you want to do all these things and you can't.
Uh-huh.
And I think as a society, looking away from that kind of pain and like letting kids like potentially kill themselves, like that's crazy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you said, I want to hook into that. You said the word's frivolous.
Yeah.
So that's like, that really relates to like, so the way that is seen from the outside with the like frivolous thing, that is quite often an emotion like me and like I know other trans people have had on the inside, where it's like you push it away because you feel like I'm asking for too much. Like there's like guilt attached to it in the sense like, oh, I shouldn't, I don't want to make a big fuss. That was always me. Like I was always like, I don't want to stand out. I don't want to make a big fuss. I don't want to like do all of that because it's going to be like so stressful in my life and have to talk to my family about it. And I think when you've done that for many years, there's like the point where you're like, I can't push it away anymore. I can't like keep ignoring it, because like even
like you get the opposite effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's just, when you've had an argument with a friend and you like silence it and then the two of you never talk about it, you might just lose that friendship because you've never talked about it, because there's a silent thing hanging over you the entire time. It's almost like that, but with your own life. Like it's like the shadow sitting above your head being like, I'm still here. And like I've had this experience where I think I've had a very stressful upbringing, very stressful teenage years, with a lot of family things. And
where did you grow up, by the way?
I grew up in Austria.
But which area?
Oh, so my family moved around a lot. We grew up. I was the first few years we lived in like Straden, Bad Radkersburg, which is like,
where is that?
Really southeast, like towards the Slovenian border. Like the lowest bit.
Wow, in the countryside?
Really, really rural,
Wow,
countryside. And then we moved when I was 8 or something like that. And we lived just like a few kilometers away for like 2 years, and then somewhere else for like 4 years. And then I moved to Graz when I was like 13, 14, like by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I moved out from home when I was like 13, something like that.
That's quite unusual.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things going on, which is why I think the whole idea of like, am I trans, am I not trans, I never even had time to think about that. That was just pushed so far down on the priority list, it didn't matter. And then as I grew up and I kind of, like you fight your way through life, I felt like, I've made improvements. And I was like, oh, I'm at a point in my life when like I like look at my flat, I look at my beautiful partner, I'm like, I have every reason to be extremely happy, and I am extremely happy. So why is there this thing that I'm still like really stressed about and it's not going away? And you're like, who are you? Why are you still here? Why are you annoying me? So it just wasn't going away by itself, even though I really wanted it to go away by itself. So I decided to make it go away.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's have a toast.
Yeah.
To boob jobs.
To boob jobs.